Former Miss USA Cheslie Kryst died yesterday in what police are saying was suicide.
At just 30 years old, she had accomplished so much, including becoming an attorney and a TV host.
With so many people mourning Cheslie's death, THV11's Ashley Godwin finds out how to cope with such a sudden loss and what resources are available if you need help.
It really hurts my heart that her story was cut short because her story was so powerful, as it continues to be.
Cheslie Kryst rose to fame in 2019 when she was crowned Miss USA.
So my platform was titled SAVE, and it stood for Suicide Awareness Voices of Education.
Jessica Miller, who has participated in Arkansas pageants, says Cheslie's death hits close to home. She lost a family member to suicide in 2013 and has struggled with depression.
My coping skill was going out and having fresh air, going out and hanging out with friends and doing things that I love to do outside of my room. And so with COVID, that put an end to it.
There's a lot of loss, and so there's still this continued grieving that we saw happening in 2020. And it's just continued to escalate.
According to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, suicide is the second leading cause of death for those ages 10 to 34 in Arkansas. The state ranks 18th for suicide deaths in the country.
The number one key to mental health, mental wellness, dealing with suicidal ideation, is understanding that asking for help is okay, and to challenge that narrative of feeling or thinking you're going to be a burden. Who told you that?
To cope with the sudden loss of a loved one, AFSP recommends 5 steps. Be patient with grief. Take care of yourself. Seek professional help. Learn about suicide loss and prevention, and connect with those who have also been impacted by suicide loss.
It's important to not place that shame and anger and guilt, because that's kind of what our minds ultimately go through. It's like, oh, why didn't I see this? Why didn't I know that this was going through her head? But you can't do that to yourself.
In Little Rock, Ashley Godwin, THV 11 News.
If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, there is help. You can call the 24/7 National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number here on your screen, 1-800-273-8255.